This morning I'm unboxing a Lenovo B590 laptop. This is a very base laptop, and just so everybody doesn't get the impression, I'm really not a Lenovo fanboy. I do like their products, but there are other products out there that are good. It just happens to be I'm on a run of Lenovo products right now. This is an i3 processor, 2 gigs of RAM, Windows 7 Pro, if I remember correctly, machine client. Ordered this, picked it up from them, and we're gonna set it up for her daughter, who's a college student. This is basically for her to do homework and stuff on. It's very basic, not for video gaming. So let's get started. Recently I've noticed Lenovo's doing a better and better job about packing their stuff. Everything's really tightly packed in here. They've got good shock absorption built in there. A couple of them a few months ago I got were a little flaky. Stuff was bouncing around, power supply was flying around inside the box. But they're doing better now. So here's what's coming inside the box. We got some of the basic, initial setup stuff that pretty much nobody reads this stuff, but they give it to you anyway still. It also comes with the recovery discs for Windows 8. And let's see if we've got the Windows 7 Pro in here as well. Windows 8 recovery media. This may have come just with Windows 8 on it. We'll find out in a minute. Power supply. This one does not have the square power supply that the higher end models have. I like their new rectangular. They've got a rectangular power supply adapter on the newer models. The circle's okay. I mean, it's standard, we're all used to it, but the rectangular one is pretty nice. It stays in the machine a little better. Power cord. And our small battery. This is not the extended battery that came with one. Again, this is the base model. This is the least expensive, or one of the least expensive ones Lenovo makes. I get a lot of comments on these systems asking about, if they're going to run Minecraft or if they're going to run some video game. Most of what my company does is business support. So we don't do a lot of gaming laptops and that type of thing. Most of what I receive from my clients is things that do basic office functions. They're running Microsoft Word, they're running Excel, they might be running an Access database or a SQL backend database with an Access front end or something like that. They don't require tons of power. So a lot of these systems you'll see on the channel aren't great for video gaming. It doesn't mean they're not going to work, just they're not going to be optimal. There's our system. Battery's pretty simple. Like most of these anymore, you've got your lock and your release lever. Battery just slides in, and you can lock it in place with that one right there. As far as components go, we've got our DVD drive on here. This does have a DVD burner, USB, 2 of those on this side. We've got our power and a headphone jack up in the front. On the opposite side, we got a couple of USB 3 plugs. We've got HDMI out. We have a standard VGA and your network adapter. This system also came with Wi-Fi, but no Bluetooth. On the front of the machine, we've also got an SD card slot. So this is another Lenovo that's got the full keypad for numbers entry over here. Really great if you're doing some accounting stuff or if you know 10 key. It's nice if the full keyboards on these have it. Really nice big screen. Good for watching DVDs and stuff like that. Again, I'll mention, maybe not great for gaming. It doesn't have a lot of RAM in it, doesn't have a lot of processor. It's only an i3. And fire it up. So the box came with Windows 7 Professional on it. That's what the client told me. You never know until you turn them on. It did not come with the Windows 7 DVDs. So if you were to buy this system, you'd need to make some kind of a backup. So if you wanted to restore Windows 7 Professional to it, you could. Again, Windows 7 Professional, 2 gigs of RAM, i3 processor, very low-end system. Great for a student just doing basic homework stuff. You're not going to get away with video editing, video games on this, audio editing. Forget it for this machine. It's just not going to work well for any of that stuff. And also make a note, I sped the video up on this during the boot process. It does not boot as quickly as it appears to boot because obviously this is a pretty low-end machine. Didn't want everybody to get bored watching it boot. When setting these up, I usually use the work network. It just gives me more connectivity. Most of these go into some sort of business environment, so I just automatically set everything to work network on Windows 7. The home network just is a little glitchy and weird, and private you can't do anything with, so I just automatically default all these to work network when I set them up. I skip most of the stuff that Lenovo adds into this system. We typically, on a system like this where it's just a one user thing, we use Microsoft Security Essentials. I know not everybody loves it, but it's a free, reliable antivirus solution, and it doesn't nag you every 3 days about buying the full version. So if you got customers, clients, friends, whatever, they're smaller than a 10 user environment, you can use that Microsoft Security Essentials software for free to protect their PCs. Again, it's not the greatest antivirus out there, but honestly, they're all not great anyway. So get it on there. Best thing you can do is make sure people are trained and know viruses come through email and zip files, not to open attachments from people they don't know. You know, be careful where you surf and what you click on when you're surfing. That's the best. Prevention is the best form of protection. In that case, the antivirus is good. You need to have it, but I've had clients get hit over the years with viruses because the antivirus software is only as good as the most recent update of that antivirus software. The antivirus people are not psychic. They don't know what the hackers and virus makers are going to do next. So your antivirus is only as good as the last update you had. If the virus is newer than your last update, you could get that no matter who you're using. If it's Sophos or Symantec or whatever your favorite flavor is, they only protect you about stuff. They only protect you from things they know about. So small business stuff, single clients, I just have them use Microsoft Security Essentials and sit down with them and train them on what to look for and how to avoid infection. As opposed to trying to trust some nameless software giant out there with their data, and also good backups. Backup. You can't have enough backups. And there we go. We're up to the OS. I just need to install a little bit of software on this for the client. We're ready to go. That's the Lenovo B590. It's a decent machine. Again, very low end, inexpensive. I want to say this was around $450 to $500. Inexpensive machine, good for homework, good for Word documents, Excel spreadsheets, Access database. Not good for video gaming, not good for video editing, not good for audio editing. Not going to have enough horsepower for that. I mentioned it before, but I'll mention it again. I sped up a lot of this video because I didn't want you having to sit there and stare at this thing load. It took a long time to boot up. Don't expect it to boot as fast as it seems in this video. So I suppose that's it. Thanks for watching. Click below to subscribe. Thanks.